What's up, guys? Couldn't get my camera right now, so I'm just making a review on Wrestlemania. Just went back and watched it twice, actually. Watched on pay-per-view, and then it was a replay, so I watched it over again, the whole entire thing. It just ended like 36 minutes ago. So, all I want to say is that it was a pretty good Mania. Everyone's complaining, saying, "Oh, Mania was horrible. It wasn't as good as any other Mania." Okay, of course it wasn't compared to any other Mania. And everyone's complaining about the build-up, the build-up, the build-up. First of all, you're all stupid because I'm not calling my fans stupid. I'm just calling people out there. You're stupid because, first of all, the Brock Lesnar and Triple H thing has been building up since friggin' SummerSlam. He came back, said that he might be retiring. Okay, then it gave him a reason to come out because Lesnar attacked Vince. You got Cena versus The Rock. They already had a whole 1 year build up, and that whole entire event was that whole entire 1 year they were messing with each other the whole entire year. The Rock was messing with Cena, Cena was messing with The Rock. They were calling each other's names, talking about Cena's mom. Cena was talking about The Rock, and all I want to say is this. Everybody said, "Oh man, that made me sick when I seen Cena and The Rock shake hands and hug it out." Listen, it's called class. The Rock did it for Hulk Hogan back at WrestleMania 17, if I'm not mistaken. The Rock did it for Hulk Hogan. And he pointed at Hogan, said, "Give it to him." And that's the same exact thing that Cena did. People told me, "Oh, well, that class got them booed out the building." No, as soon as they started shaking hands and hugging, everyone was cheering. Cena fans, non-Cena fans, Rock fans, they were all cheering. As soon as Cena walked on the ramp, they both went like this to each other. They both shook hands and they held hands high, and everybody was cheering. The whole entire place was cheering. You didn't hear no boos. You must have been seeing the Donald Trump skit. Nah, I'm just messing around. But, yeah, it was a very good WrestleMania to me. It wasn't like a classic WrestleMania where you're like, wow, I'm amazed. And people are probably going to say, well, there wasn't a build-up to the CM Punk Undertaker match. I didn't really care for that match anyway, so I don't really care about build-ups for that. And everyone knew Taker was going to win anyway. And back before, okay, there was no build-ups between Taker's WrestleMania matches. Everyone expects Taker build-ups now ever since his two Shawn Michaels matches, and ever since his two Triple H matches. What about back when he versed Mark Henry? I think it was WrestleMania 22. There was no build-up. You know what I'm trying to say? You guys don't understand. WrestleMania 20 there was a build because that was his return. All I have to say is this, okay? It was a very good WrestleMania. It wasn't. People are saying it's the worst WrestleMania of all time. I say the worst WrestleMania of all time is WrestleMania 24. Everyone's probably saying it right now. Why? It was just the worst WrestleMania. You had a three-way that sucked. You had some good wrestlers in that three-way that sucked. You had Floyd Mayweather versus friggin' the biggest friggin' supposedly the giant, the man. He's a friggin' bozo. Big Show. I don't care. I'm not hating him because he's a heel. Even if he was a face, I still wouldn't like him. I think he should be out of the business. Everyone said he's the world's largest athlete. Maybe he is. He's nothing to me. I really don't think he can wrestle. The only thing he does is he throws his punch, choke slam, throws guys around like frisbees. That's it. That ain't wrestling to me. Wrestling to me is one-on-one, mat taken down, flipping around. You know what I'm saying? But the Triple H and Brock match, I wish I seen some blood in there. That would have been made a little bit better. See, there are some things I didn't like about it, and but at the end, if you just think about all of it, it was a good WrestleMania. It was not the baddest WrestleMania of all time. It was a good WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? You started off, you had the Shield come out and verse Sheamus, Randy Orton, and Big Show. You had Big Show go right back to his heel at the end, what would you call it? his heel stats, his heel stage, whatever. It was a very great WrestleMania, and I was happy that the World Championship was in the first match, because I really thought that I was like, wow, that's a lot of disrespect right there in my eyes. Dolph didn't cash in. See, that's one thing that was bad about it. That's just one. There was no blood in the Triple H and Brock Lesnar match, but there was foreign objects getting used with weapons. There were some good things in that Mania. The Rock and Cena #2 was 100 times better than the Rock and Cena #1. Not saying there was more moves. It was just they knew each other more. There was more chemistry. Rock, last year Cena thought the Rock had ring rust, so we just kept feeding on him. This year they were both mano, back and forth, and that's how I want it to be. I rate this WrestleMania at least a 7 or 7.5. It's not, don't even say it was a 2, 1, or a 5. And I'm just getting ready for Raw tomorrow night. Get ready, guys. I mean, Rob Van Dam is at the Hall of Fame. I get real excited for the Raw after WrestleMania. That really pumps me up. Like last year, I didn't even, honestly, I didn't read any reports saying that Brock Lesnar was going to come back, and he just came back, and I was like astonished. So I don't know who's gonna, who's gonna do what, who's gonna win, who's gonna do this, who's gonna do that. I have no idea. But we'll see tomorrow night. Check it out. And then I'll come back with a video later about Extreme Rules. I don't know. People are saying WrestleMania 30, they can already see that there's going to be a Rock vs. Cena 3. Don't give me that, please. Last year, it was about Cena hating Rock, Cena hating Rock and Rock hating Cena. This year is about Rock has respect for Cena, but he thinks he can beat him again. Cena wants redemption, but he has respect for The Rock. That's the reason why it was class at the end when they hugged it out and said peace. And I better not see a Cena and Rock 3 at Extreme Rules. Everyone says, oh, he's scheduled. Doesn't mean he wrestle. He can maybe just wrestle a job, or maybe he can just come out and just talk shit and say, I'm gonna be back at SummerSlam to verse whoever, or I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Don't mean nothing. Well, that's about it, guys. Subscribe, like my channel, or like the video, my bad, and we'll see what happens tomorrow night on Raw. Thank you.